Good morning mga ate, mga kuya. Welcome back to Puto Mendoza in Canada. So kung bago kayo sa channel ko, the videos that I create is about buhay-buhay and bagay-bagay dito sa Canada. Dahil nung bago kami dito dumating back in the mid-80s, wala nagturo sa amin. Nobody showed us how to do things and how things should be and how things work. So I figure, I put together a whole bunch of videos based on our family experience so we can show yung mga bago nating mga kabayan, a little glimpse kung paano bahay-bahay, buhay-buhay dito. So today's topic is, mahal ba magkaanak dito sa Canada? Mahal ba mag-start ng family dito sa Canada? So my answer to that is iba-iba. Every person's journey is unique, but generally, mahal. Napakamahal, and it takes a lot of effort to raise kids and to raise a family dito sa Canada. Hindi katulad sa Pilipinas, if you're fortunate enough to have maids or katulong or mga kamag-anak to help out, madali. Pero dito, you have to do everything on your own. Everything is DIY. Do it yourself. So, naisip ko maybe I can tell you a little story kung paano naapektuhan kami when it comes to this topic. I guess the best one to tell is the story about when my daughter was born. Yung daughter ko, 11 years old na. Her name is Mia. And she was born in 2010. So, magiging 12 years old na siya ngayon. And one thing I can tell you, bago pinanganak yung babae kong anak, I was muscular, I was buff, I was good looking, I look really, really fresh. And then, this is what happened. Long story short, it takes a very, very hard toll on your life. It takes a very hard toll on your spirit, and it takes a very hard toll on your pocketbook. So, nung pinanganak yung daughter ko, I was 34 years old, or I just turned 34 years old. So, at that time, kami ng wife ko, we're still working really hard. Well, we still are. And we're still sort of kind of struggling. We're still trying to figure it out. But naisip namin maybe it's time to introduce another person to the family. That's why we plan to have her. Pero ganito nangyari. Nung pinanganak si daughter ko, si Mia, nasa Brantford, Ontario na kami nakatira. Wala kaming katulong. So buti na lang dito sa Canada, pag nanganak ka, they give you 1 year maternity leave. So my wife took a whole entire year off para maalagaan niya si baby na babae. Problema doon, we went down from a 2-income household to a 1-income household. So talagang nabawasan yung household income namin. So that had a little bit of an impact on how we live. But you adapt, that's okay. And yung mga diapers, yung mga everything associated with having a baby, checkups, diapers, clothes, food, lahat. You have to take that into account. Hindi mura yun. There's a big store dito sa Canada, Walmart. I'm pretty sure everywhere in the world merong Walmart, right? Doon kami pumupunta to buy diapers. And back then, I hated going to Walmart because every time we went, it was a guaranteed $150 minimum. Dahil bibili ka ng diaper, it's like $50 minimum for a big box, baby wipes, and everything else that associated with having a little baby in the house. So hindi talaga siya mura. And on top of that, we only had one income coming in dahil yung wife ko naka-maternity leave. So pagkatapos nun, another big problem that we had was when my wife was finally able to go back to work, wala kaming babysitter. Wala kaming family na malapit na nakatira to help us. My parents, they lived in Oakville, and that was an hour drive, and they were busy with their life also at that time. And my mom was not in the best health, so I felt guilty for asking her to help us out. Dahil, in fairness, my mom already raised like 3 kids, and it's not her job to raise another grandkid. So kinaya namin. Problema nun, dito napakamalaking problema talaga is the babysitting expense. Nung bumalik yung misis ko sa trabaho, we had no choice but to enroll her in daycare. Dito sa Canada, napakamahal ng daycare. I mean, oh my God, it's such a big expense, and it's probably one of the biggest problems that parents face. Dahil hindi ka makakapagtrabaho kung walang daycare o kung walang mag-aalaga ng mga anak ninyo. Because you can't take the babies to work, right? So, in-enroll namin siya sa daycare malapit na sa bahay namin. It's run by YMCA called 3 Bears. So, they charge $50 a day. And you only had 2 options back then. 5 days a week or 3 days a week. And there was a big, long waiting list. So, we enrolled her 5 days a week dahil full-time si Mrs. and full-time din ako. So, do the math real quick. $50 a day, 5 days a week, that's $1,000 a month. So, my answer to that was, nabuntis. Hindi nabuntis si Mrs. Nabuntis ang line of credit ko, and nabuntis ang credit cards namin. Dahil doon ko charge yung babysitting expense dahil, we were just coming back from going to 2-income household from 1 dahil naka-off si Mrs., di ba? So, after a little bit, we had to make a hard decision. And fortunately enough, sa trabaho ko is 24 hours yung trabaho ko, hindi nagsasarado yung casino. So, I had the option to move from day shift to night shift. That was the hardest decision I've ever had to make, but I had to for the family because it was the only way. Otherwise, we would go bankrupt. So, for, I believe it was 8 years, nagtrabaho ako ng graveyard shift, which meant, start time ko alas 9 ng gabi hanggang alas 5 ng umaga. That's really hard. I was a zombie for 8 years. Fortunately enough, I was young. I was still young back then, so kinaya nung katawan ko. So eventually, yung nanay ko, naawa sa akin. And even though she wasn't in the best physical health, nagpresenta siya to help us. Plus, she got to spend time with her grandkid, right? Problema doon, yung mom ko nakatira sa Oakville. That was an hour drive away. So, ginagawa ko dati, pagdating ko sa trabaho ng alas 5 ng umaga, I would drive to Oakville to pick up my mom. And then she would stay with us for 3 to 4 days, Tapos, idadrive ko siya ulit, pauwi, pag day off ko. So, we did that for 8 years. So, yes, my mom was a huge help. Without her, I don't know if we could have made it. So, isipin nyo, napakalaking sacrifice noon. Okay, so not only do you have to work, not only did I have to work, not only did I have to take care of the family, not only did I have to take care of the household stuff, I had to go drive my mom, I had everything, as in everything. Talaga, when I told you, I wasn't lying when I said, before Mia was born, ang gwapo ko. I was going to the gym every day. Maskulado ako. As in, barako. And then, it only took a couple of years. Oh my God, I was a shell of my old self. And I'm still trying to recover. I still have not recovered from that experience. So, talaga guys, hindi biro ang magkaanak or magkapamilya dito sa Canada. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, this video is directed to mga single na mga kabayan natin na nandito. Think twice. Children are a blessing from God. You know, I will never ever disagree with that statement, because truthfully, our kids give us purpose. Our kids is a reflection of us. Our kids are a gift from God. And my life would never be the way it is right now without our kids. And I am so thankful that we have them. But, this is the but, okay? Napakahirap, napakamahal, so think twice. You know, it's all about timing, right? All I'm saying is, kung bata kayo, enjoy your youth, you know, enjoy your career, lalo na dito sa Canada. Because when it comes time na gusto nyo magkapamilya, it's gonna cost you a lot of money, it's gonna cost you a lot of time, and it's gonna cost you a lot of effort. Look at me, you know, I'm still recovering. So sana naman guys, this little story was able to give you a glimpse of paano magkapamilya dito sa Canada, you know. So if you like this content, if you enjoyed it just a little tiny bit, you know, please consider subscribing to my channel. You know, hit that like button, and yeah, join us again for our next adventure. So this is Puto and this is Puto Mendoza in Canada, wishing you good night, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Stay hungry, stay humble, keep your hustle strong, guys.
Itanong mo sa akin kung sino ang aking